legit. Anything you want.
What is up, good people? Jungle Link here, and what do you know, I think we have the makings of a good old-fashioned digital asset bull run. It's just the start, but I really think we are heading in the right direction. And I first started to get that feeling when the news came out that exchanges are reporting fake volume. I mean, that's some pretty nasty FUD. I figured the market would just collapse, and we saw it dip slightly and then recover almost instantly. And I thought, you know what? I think we're building some strength here. Things are getting ready to run. Now, even now, I wouldn't mortgage the house on that fact that this is the bull run we've all been waiting for. But it sure is looking like that. And I know the peanut gallery will chime in and say, well, Bitcoin's just leading the way. XRP is not doing anything. And we've seen that in the past, right? When Bitcoin ran up to $20,000. I mean, just ask Billy. When he cashed in his XRP for Bitcoin, and that $500 or so worth of Bitcoin ran to $20,000, and Billy's XRP ran to $180-something thousand. Just because they're both running up at the same time doesn't mean the gains will be the same. XRP can run with the best of them. And I know we follow day in and day out the utility, the use case, the growing ecosystem for XRP. In long term, that's going to be the things that separate us from the rest of the pack. But for right now, we just want to see money, investment, interests coming in to this digital asset ecosystem. Do you think Apple, do you think Amazon, do they give back their stock gains just because the tech sector is performing well or the overall economy is pumping? Like, they don't care. Performance is performance, and I think XRP will perform with the best of them. Again, long term, we're going to keep our eyes on those really important issues. The utility, the growing list of use cases, the partners that are joining RippleNet that are going to make us more and more powerful, more and more useful, more and more cost effective. That's going to be the stuff that takes us to that crazy, crazy gain level. But there's nothing wrong with seeing investment roll into digital assets. Get the ball rolling. The higher the price of XRP, the more interest that'll come to digital assets that will be interested in this ecosystem. It's only going to help us long run. Now, I just saw two articles, and I think they're both related. And the first is titled, Ripple is rubbing shoulders with World Bank, White House, IMF, and Federal Reserve. Quoting from the article, it has become virtually impossible for us to ignore the progress that is being made by Ripple in just the past few months. In a tweet that was posted by XRP Harvester, it said that it's becoming very hard for investors to turn their head when you clearly know IMF, the White House, central banks, and the Federal Reserve have started being involved with Ripple. Thus is evident that XRP will be able to solve the current liquidity crisis in the country and the globe at large. With Ripple getting involved with various entities like the IMF, World Bank, central banks, the Federal Reserve, it's a clear testament of growth within the market. Look, this digital asset revolution, if you will, has come a long ways. It used to be relegated to the hobbyists, and the computer nerds, and people like this. Now it's clear. Major businesses, global governments want in. And they don't just want in, they're getting in. And so when we see Ripple working with these various entities, you have to take this technology very serious. You have to take their future very serious. We're no longer talking about hobbyists or people that enjoy investing in cryptocurrencies as a pastime. We're talking about the very definition of money, the way we transfer value. The people that are in charge of that are jumping in feet first into this ecosystem, and we see they are directly tied with Ripple and XRP. Now, the second article, I think, tells us at least partially why these various entities are so interested in what Ripple's doing. And again, yes, it's faster, more efficient. It's going to save them a ton of money. But I think it's beyond that. And we know the United States weaponizes SWIFT. It uses it to control other nations. And so, of course, a lot of these other countries are getting fed up with this practice. Literally, the United States will unplug you from SWIFT and you'll be unable to conduct business as a nation. I mean, this is crippling. And we see China developing CIPS, which is their own transfer system. From the article, after Ripple, China CIPS now competes with SWIFT. Departure from the US dollar. For a long time now, SWIFT has been the dominant cross-border transaction platform used by banks in all parts of the globe. However, the Belgian-based messaging network is facing stiff competition from blockchain startup Ripple Inc. and now from the Chinese Alternative Global Payment System, CIPS. SWIFT could be nearing its end as Russian banks have now joined the Chinese Alternative Global Payment System. The Russian government received sanctions from the U.S. via SWIFT, and this has prompted them to look to other activities of carrying out cross-border transactions such as cryptocurrencies. We know SWIFT isn't really a money transfer system. It's really a messaging system, but it's one that can be used to control the global economy, to control other major nations just by pulling them out of the system. The SWIFT system isn't going to fly for much longer. You have every country in the world looking to develop their payment systems to make sure that they can't be held down, that they can't be sanctioned, that they can't be cut off from the world stage, that they're able to operate. So you better believe China, Russia, they're all looking at Ripple, Ethereum, Bitcoin. They have to be able to stay afloat. They have to be able to conduct business, and cryptocurrencies are the future. You best believe that the United States is not going to be left out of this digital asset revolution. They also want to be part of this future. When we look at the growth of other technologies and how long it takes to really cultivate and grow them, the reason I believe that digital assets is going to be so rapid pace is it's not just about better business, making more money, being faster. It's about power. It's about not being controlled by other nations. When you have governments around the world that are going to invest, that are going to develop in this ecosystem, you better believe it's going to be turbocharged. We're not talking about, sharing family photos on Facebook or ordering something off Uber Eats. We're not talking about conveniences that make life better. We're talking about the essence of power. We're talking about the very definition of money. This is an asset class that's going to get very real very quick. Now, one thing I think you need to remember, it's always easy looking back to tell, when you should have bought, when you should have sold. And looking back at the historical charts, everyone acts like, everyone should have known just to sell at $3 and to buy at whatever. It's not that easy. I'm telling you now. I was just looking through my records. I made my first XRP purchase on November 30th, 2017. And it was right around 24 cents that I paid for that XRP. Now, the first thing you have to remember is XRP started off 2017 at under a cent. So really, when we see just it being 24 cents is crazy. I mean, the thing is already pumped. And so when the price started to fly, when XRP went from $2 above $3, it wasn't that wild. I mean, the wildness was we went from under a cent up to 24 cents. I mean, that's wild. But I saw some future there. I saw potential. So when it passed $3, that didn't blow my mind, and it won't next time either. But the reason I bring this up, you have to give yourself permission to make mistakes. Again, who knows what the future holds? But personally, what I do know is the potential I see. And if things work out the way I believe they will, it's going to pay off in a huge way. I didn't get in this game to Mickey Mouse, milk and cookie it. I don't care about taking profits off the table. I'm swinging for the fences here. I'm going for it. This is my chance in life to do something big, to do something crazy. If it doesn't work out, I have my other investments. I keep funding my retirements, buying my dividend-paying stocks. I'm very conservative in those ways. But this is one time, one moment in life where I'm going for it. But the thing is, you have to decide what you're looking for and do it now, because it's going to get out of control. If this isn't the bull run we've been waiting for, it's coming, and that price is going to fly up. And so if you're honest with yourself and you stick to those principles, what got you into cryptocurrencies, what your true goals are, then I don't think you could be upset with the way the future plays out. Let me know down below. Is this the bull run that we've been waiting for? Has the moment arrived? Or is this just a bull trap? Are we going to return to 30-cent stablecoin XRP? And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.